January 7th, 2023. January 7th, 2023. It is insane that I've done a video every day this year. It's going to be such a trip if I even decide to watch all of these, man. But I'm definitely going to, go to the first day, maybe the 15th day of each month. I don't know. Maybe depending on the titles, but we'll see. Anyway, I want to speak about chess and why this game is so dope to me. I've been playing chess since I learned how to play in 2002. In high school I used to always see the nerdy guys or the more intellectual guys playing this game. But it was more so the nerdy guys, and they played this game every day. And one day I saw probably the coolest guy I've ever met come into where these nerdy guys were, and he played chess. He sat down and he played, and that told me something. I guess in my 17-year-old mind, he made it cool. So my brother taught me, and I was able to beat my peers like nobody could touch me. But there were times where people could beat me, and I didn't like it, because the thing about chess is you have all the exact same pieces. The only advantage you have is your own mind. You know what I mean? So for somebody to beat you is like they outsmart you into submission. It could be a quick loss. It could be a long, drawn out loss where your pieces get taken one by one. But overall, this person does something that you couldn't see. And it would be times where I could beat somebody that I know, but they would call someone, and that person they called would end up getting the win over me. You know what I mean? So there's this time I saw this game called Chess Master for the PS2, and this was when I first began learning about pawn structure and pins and forks and tactics. I knew what castling was, but skewers, I learned what a skewer was. You know what I mean? But I got as much as I could from this game. The game was kind of dry, but even with it being dry, I was excited to learn more, and I wanted to get to a space where I was just out of the league of anybody who challenged me. And I thought after playing Chess Master that I would be there, but man, you get to a point where you're so good that they gotta call somebody who's even better. and there was a guy who was called on me, and he beat the crap out of me. You know what I mean? I just could not see what he was doing. It was like when you know you're outclassed, you may have thought you were doing well, but you end up losing. You try all your tricks, everything up your sleeve. Nothing gets that W for you. You know what I mean? And this guy would talk major crap. He's from my hometown. So he's talking crap like a street dude. You know what I mean? Slamming the pieces on the board. You know, taunting me. You know what I mean? And the first time I played him, the person who called him on me was kind of talking crap too, you know, like joining in. And it's like, what can you do? You know what I mean? But try to get better. You know. So it was like all I had was Chess Master, you know, and I would just try to learn more. But that game only took me so far. And this guy, you know, this trash talker, every time he saw me, he was like, "What's up?" You know, it's like somebody challenging you to a fight every time. "What's up?" You know, calling your hands like, "What's up? What's happening?" Every time, and I'm kind of ducking him. You know, because it was frustrating. You know, I would see him at the barber shop, and I would be like, "Let's go," you know. And he would beat me time after time after time. But there was this one time, bro. The one time, and it you know, it was almost like a life lesson. And that's the thing about chess too. There's a lot of life lessons in it. I clearly saw, like while we're playing the game, I clearly saw the path that was going to get the win. Like I clearly saw it. And I followed through with those moves, and I got the win. Like he dropped his king. You know, I got the checkmate. And I stopped playing him at that point. You know, I was like, let me have this one win. And, you know, he would ask me time and time again, you know, "What's up, man? You got the win? You know, let's go again." You know. And my daring self decided to sit with him again and play, you know, thinking that I could beat him again, but nope. I think he probably beat me 5 or 6 times in a row, and that was the last time we played. But this chess.com app, this chess.com app is the truth, because it goes so far in depth. When I first started playing, here I was, thought I was good. Man, I was probably 1100 at best. At best, I was probably an 1100. I think I was at an 1100 for a long time. You know, eventually started taking, and those 3 tactics that I learned with Chess Master, man, with chess.com, you know, you could learn hundreds of tactics. You know, in-game strategies, opening strategies, mid-game strategies. You have puzzles. You have game analysis, where this bot gives you detailed analysis about each and every move that you made, and each and every move that you could have made, and the best move that you could make. You know what I mean? So over these past maybe 3 or 4 years on the chess.com app, took my game from an 1100 to 1400. And this is the daily score. I definitely have to improve my rapid score. Now, the rapid score is the time chess game. And, you know, it's you get 10 minutes and I get 10 minutes and we go at it. I make a move, your clock starts to run down. And then you make a move and my clock starts to run down. And I think this is such a good training for quick decision making. Timed, proficient, quick decision making. You have to make calculated decisions in a timely manner against someone who's doing the exact same thing against you. You know? And another reason why I play is because it truly helps to keep my mind sharp. You know, I'm one who plays a lot of chess, and, you know, I listen to audiobooks. You know, I have some apps, some mathematic apps. You know, before I leave this planet, man, I want to learn physics. And, you know, I use all these apps to keep my brain sharp, man. You know, it's why we're the dominant species, our brain. You know. So yeah, man, chess is like a mental fight, and I think I love it because I love to fight, but I don't like the feeling you get in your head, you know, after sparring, and I don't like, you know, the injuries that you may sustain after jiu-jitsu. You know, I will say with chess, you know, with me, there's a stamina that's associated with it. You know, and there are times when I'll go on a losing streak, and it's almost like I'm having a mental breakdown. But I think that mental breakdown helps me because my brain doesn't want to experience that again. So it's like I'm forced to get better. You know, it's a serious game. You know, I don't want anybody to beat me. You know, I'm cool with losing, but, you know, I want to be as best as I can be in this game. I love this game because in society, there are so many crutches for the weak. So many things that enable those who maybe aren't the strongest, or those who aren't strong. Enable those who aren't strong to exist. I'm not saying that anybody can exist, but in nature, you know, the weak gets eaten. You know, and I think a lot of the problems we have, a lot of the weird, sick things we have now, you know, is because it's a lot of giving everybody a trophy. You know, you're either first place, second place, or third place, but there's only one first place. But you give everybody a trophy, you know. George Carlin has a really good joke about that, you know. A trophy saying you were the last winner, you know. Nah, man, the thing, like, you get on that chessboard, you either eat or you get eaten. You know, there's none of that, you know. Win or lose. Man, I feel like, I don't know if I've talked your head off, but I strongly recommend learning that game, you know. And it's something I want to be into as I get older. You know, I want to keep my brain sharp, man. For real. I never want to lose my mind. But yeah, man, I think I'll leave it right there. You know, I'm still on my workouts. And I have a dope idea, you know, for like chess competitions and things like that I really want to get into, you know. On another note, I hope that eventually, you know, people will probably, you know, maybe smoke before or drink or something while listening to these videos. Comment, you know, it's conversation. I want to have conversations with the world, man. Anybody that's on my frequency, you know, let's talk. January 7th. Work your brain, work your body. You know, get in that gym, man. Y'all be good, man.